I feel terribly heartbroken. I felt really alone. Everyone else had visitors coming up, to be all there for many hours, laughing, joking, quite loud. You'd nearly think it was a nightclub. The place was so loud. If the family will ever understand that I always wanted to be loved by them, and I allowed many bad things to happen to me because I always thought if I do better, I can do better. Years ago, when I was really young, I was walking down the road with my sister. She said to me, "What kind of job would you like? Would you like a job for yourself, or would you like a job that the family would be supportive of?" And I said, "I'd like a job that the family would be supportive of." She said, "Why?" And I said, "Because of my family. I want them to be happy. I want to do whatever job that they'd be happy with me, that." And I asked her back in return, like, what would you? And she said, I would do a job. I would do what was best for me, whatever job that would be. And I thought, that's very strange. Like, in a way I thought, like, how come she's not thinking of the family? But I realised that's the normal thing. You do make your own life and do what suits you. But I was always trying to please the family, and I was always looking for their approval. And many things would happen, and I didn't want to give up on them. And still to this day, like even when I told a family member that I still have nightmares, I still sleep with the lights on, and I still have anxiety around things because of what happened in the past when I was growing up. And they said to me, it's in the past and move on. And that's why you are the way you are today, sick. I was looking after my mother for 7 years. And I was the only one looking after her. Up and down to mental health hospitals where when she was admitted for 6 months. Paying her bills. Going up and down, making sure, taking her out. She wouldn't clean or hygiene, or her home wasn't good. And I took her into my home and looked after her, cleaned, cooked, everything for her. And I always made her feel wanted and loved. And any time I seen her down, I would try to take her out, get her hair done. I would bring up the things that she'd like. She's like myself, she likes a lot of sweet things. And I did that. And there was a lot of energy to keep her in good health. And now I see her walking around the town in bad health, in really bad health. And it breaks my heart to see her like that. I feel like I want to reach out and fix it. Because it's my mother. But at the same time, I'm thinking but when I tried fixing it before, there was no one else. My other sister would jump in and help with me every now and then. But for many years, I was left to do it on my own. I moved away from the family because I tried to unalive myself. And, the person I was there for 7 years, and I looked after them very well. Then they just said that if I was to unalive myself, that they couldn't be run around after me. Which I wouldn't want anyone to be doing that. I just want someone to check in on me once a week to see if I was okay and maybe go for coffee or, something like that. I know they have children, so it mightn't be always possible, but even just to ring me on the phone or something. So as much as I want to move on with my life, it breaks my heart at the same time that my family don't care. Like, they're getting on with their life. I always keep imaging that, I remember my brother James used to say the same thing. My mother used to always say it. One day we'll all be together. We'll all be together as one family. I'm telling you, I felt like I tried. I felt like I really tried. To have that relationship with them, to have that connection with them. And I'm thinking, like, am I the only one that wants that? Do you know what I mean? And then I'm like, what have I done wrong? Do you know, like, Granny didn't tell her then about things that happened years ago, and she's like, it's in the past, like, move on, it's in the past. And that's why you're sick today. Because you won't let things go. And I was like, but I was beaten up. I used to be held to the ground and beaten up, and had been put into the room, and, like, a whole day with nothing to eat. And then another time I had boiling hot soup, the only soup I got for that day, the food I had for that day. I was trying to get something to eat before I went back into the room, and my 2 hands was burned off me. Then I had other people left me in hospital with concussion, and I dropped charges because they were going to unalive themselves. The family said it, and I didn't want that to happen, so I dropped all charges. I asked them to get counselling, and then other people in the family, same thing, bet the crap out of me. Other people I was there for, sisters, I was there for, like, I loved them in the way I knew how to. I never got told I love you. I never got hugs. And my way of showing that I love you would be, to do things, like do practical things. And that's what I did. I took them into my home. I felt I looked after them. And then it's just like, oh yeah, well, I'm getting on with my life. You get on with yours. And that's it. To send a card, with your proper feelings on a card, or send flowers or something, to say that you're still thinking of your family member. You don't need to land at someone's door, especially when the relationship is not well. Why would you threaten to land at someone's door, like? Especially with my immune system being as low as it is, and sometimes they'll be in terrible pain where I can't move from the bed, and I have nausea, like I feel like throwing up, and I can't eat for days. Why would you land at someone's door when they're like that? And it's not to come to help, because I never had my family come to help, like clean the house or make a dinner or something like that. No, like, that hasn't happened. I haven't seen them in years. So would you not just drop in a card and say, like honestly, how you feel about your family member?